Hey guys, Cool Scorpion here. I once again have this book with me, and we are currently on page, let's see here. I'm almost there now. Here we go, page 438. So, let's get to reading. So I read there from page 438 up to page 440 here, because that's where the chapter ends. In these last few pages here, it first starts off with Paul studying the landscape. He's just studying all the cliffs, all the great rocks. He's studying like just the environment in general. He's studying the rigid horizon up ahead, just everything. Just to get an idea of like what's going on. Like he estimates like it's gonna take like 10 days to get to 10 days and 10 nights to get to the location, and the distance will be about 20 thumpers. In the previous video, we were discussing how both Paul and Stilgar are having like a tense conversation on what to do next because they're starting to have conflicts in leadership, and this may lead to them eventually having to like fight for the leadership role. However, that's not happening at the moment. Instead, it's just Stilgar saying, "Does my decision suit your needs, Muad'Dib?" in like a sarcastic tone. And like at first, people are thinking, "Nah, he wasn't being sarcastic," but then they're realizing, "Oh no, wait, he is being sarcastic." And Paul just responds in the most polite way possible. Stilgar heard me swear my loyalty to him when we consecrated the Fed Akin. Anyway, and then he also says, and then Stilgar says, "My death commandos know I spoke with honor. Does Stilgar doubt?" No, never mind. That's not Stilgar. "My death commandos know I spoke with honor. Does Stilgar doubt it?" And then just yeah, they're both just like having a slight back and forth here. Stilgar then mentions a story about how he used to have a friend who also led the troop, and he's basically saying Paul is like that friend. However, Paul is seeing the issues in this as like Stilgar is too traditional. Paul has strategies and ideas that could possibly help the tribe progress far faster. However, Stilgar is too held up on like the past, therefore he's not like focused as much on the future. Meanwhile, Paul is. I haven't mentioned it yet, but they're currently like riding a maker or sandworm, if you want to be more simple. Yeah, so they're riding this, and then they all of a sudden spot an ornithopter. An ornithopter is basically like a sci-fi helicopter. It's only a small one, as they say, but then Paul realizes it's probably a scout, and sort of like, okay, we have to go quickly before we're seen. So people start jumping off the maker there, the whole troop, they all jump off, hook by hook. Eventually Stilgar jumps off, and then Paul jumps off because he's like, he basically says, first on, last out. And Stilgar agrees to this and just drops. Then Paul drops after. After jumping down, they all like run to the nearest place to hide, and they just like hide until the Thopter is gone. The chapter just kind of ends there. They just kind of realize, okay, so we gotta hide more often, and we gotta be more cautious of scouts. So anyway, that is all for now. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.